The indistinct chatter on Alpin Arena Sonales guides us to see the MI6 awaiting their target, Mulvaney, Europe's most wanted arms dealer. Stone works in the van, with Bailey, to pull off the encryption key and create a new access code. On realizing that she cannot add the faces of Parker and Yang to the guest list, she opts to get access to the list, by staying 10 feet near the head of security. After handing instructions to Bailey on what to do, Stone decides to be a field agent and do what is necessary. Bailey believes in her, giving her words of encouragement before she leaves. However, Parker can no longer tail Mulvaney, since he has no access to the gambling site. Stone enters the place with zero confidence, and on Yang's urge, she gulps a glass of champagne, for liquid courage. On getting to the table, she remains focused on getting the access code. This raises the suspicion of the head of security, as he walks towards Stone. Their plan becomes activated, with Bailey ringing his phone to hack it. Her disguise as a novice in the game pays off as she pulls out of the game after her first win. Yang praises Stone for doing well on her first time out of the van. Yang and Parker find their way to where Mulvaney had entered. Thankfully, they gain access since Stone already hacked the local access code. Surprisingly, they find out that Mulvaney's gambling habit brought him outside for the first time in 3 years. But the arms dealer is not betting on the usual, he is betting on the US Navy SEALs. The moment Yang proceeds to sedate Mulvaney, she receives a violent stop. Plans are ruined, and Mulvaney runs to exit the room. A shootout begins, causing the whole place to be in chaos. Parker gets hold of Mulvaney, but there appears to be a compromise in their comms. They all agree to meet exfil route Bravo, shutting down their comms. More Mulvaney men approach the cable station, so Yang and Stone head out to help Parker. Accidentally, Stone develops a strain, so she asks Yang to go without her. Now, this side of Stone is something you wouldn't want to miss out on. She is the 9 of Hearts. Putting a call through, she gets urgent intervention from Jack, to help her save her team members. Luckily, she swings into action after hopping on a parachute. While Yang and Bailey might not make it to the cable car station, Mulvaney's men arrive there on time. However, Stone's chances of success plummet as she whirls on the cable. This storyline changes when she manages to let go of the parachute and hang on to the cable transit. An intense fight between Parker and Mulvaney ensues, as the latter tries to escape. Meanwhile, Stone hijacks a snow bike, to aid the elimination of Mulvaney's men. Jack warns her not to blow her cover since the charter worked so hard to embed her in the MI6. But Stone is quick enough to eliminate Mulvaney's army of security right before they send fire at Parker. She runs away from the scene before Yang and Bailey arrive to meet Parker. In a bid to be secured, they scout the area with their eyes searching for the men they had seen earlier. They receive another old-fashioned shock. Mulvaney is dead after swallowing cyanide. In London, the MI6 receives scoldings from the boss. Mulvaney is of no use to them since he is dead. However, there is a new target, an intruder at the highest levels of military encryption, including theirs. The team decides to celebrate Stone's first attempt as a field agent outside the van. Stone lies about hiding in the toilets after Yang left her on the mountain. Bailey explains that the girl Stone had seen was a spy sent by the charter. But Parker and Yang are against the charter, claiming that they are not do-gooders as Bailey points out. Stone pretends to have no idea about the charter and the power they hold. She leaves them to watch the video of the girl again, in the comfort of her home. Parker interrupts Stone's swimming moment for a tete-a-tete. He regrets not picking the girl up during their mission. They both believe the girl is working with a veteran, but who might that be? Stone objects to staying behind to make a list with Parker, admitting that she has a brunch date. Meanwhile, her brunch date is with the Hearts team at the charter's HQ. She meets with Ivo, who briefs her on the 3 actionable threats the charter has received so far. They all come across Jack, who mentions that the King of Hearts, Nomad, is angry with her failed mission with the MI6. Using the heart, Jack finds out that the identity of the girl is Kaya Dhawan, a young girl from Pune in the west of India. Kaya used to work with Neon Karshay, a billionaire and philanthropist, whom she eventually fell out with. And now, she is heading to Lisbon for the opening of Club Moritz, another mission for Stone. However, Stone has a hunch about this mission, but Jack mentions that the Hearts can never fail since it's the closest mankind has to intelligence. Again, Nomad reveals to Stone that she is being tracked, warning her not to blow her cover. Stone is not convinced, yet she accompanies the MI6 to Lisbon. While the team settles in, she spots a scar on Parker's right back. But there is another distraction, a little dance that Parker drags her into. This little elation is disrupted by 6 hostiles, who storm their abode. The team struggles, but they are outnumbered. While Yang makes a cover for Stone to escape, Bailey tries to wake an unconscious Parker. Right from the charter, Jack tells Stone to run away or face the risk of losing her life. Determined to save her colleagues, Stone cuts off the signal with Jack and runs back in. She defeats all the men, and to everyone's surprise, she evacuates the team into a van. The men chase after them, but Stone seems prepared for their shenanigans. She manages to eliminate the whole kill team, giving instructions to Yang on when to fire. The team decides to lose the van, so they run to hide. Yang demands to know who Stone is, and Bailey answers for Stone, calling her an agent of the Charter. They felt betrayed all along, but before anybody could say more, Parker kills Yang and Bailey. It is not only Stone who has a secret. Parker is Kaya's boss, and he is as well after the Charter to find out who infiltrated the MI6. Stone proceeds to fight him, but he stabs her with a knife poisoned with a cholinesterase inhibitor. Parker reveals that he has been with the MI6 to get the all-powerful intelligence, the Heart. He admits to killing Mulvaney after getting necessary information from him, before leaving Stone to unconsciousness. Stone wakes up in the Charter's HQ. She struggles to get off the bed. Nomad realizes that there is a breach from inside the building. Unfortunately, the bug emanates from Stone. She knows Parker had injected her with a wireless Trojan to breach the Heart. She pulls it out and destroys it immediately. Nomad and Jack point out that the system has been compromised with multiple attempts to access files, but the Heart is still safe. Stone suggests the Heart be shut down, to find out what Parker and his team have done. Nevertheless, Nomad objects to her suggestion, stating the harm involved if the Heart is shut down. She scolds Stone for disobeying the Heart and stands her down. The breach brings the four kings to gather in a room, to discuss plausible actions. Nancy Morrison, King of Diamonds, refers to the Chechnya case of 2015, which Parker had witnessed with the MI6. The Charter had incurred grave wrath on the MI6 just to save the world, which has made Parker plan to destroy the Charter. Jiang Shu, King of Clubs, remembers giving out the order to send the missile. On hearing this, Nomad becomes disappointed. Meanwhile, Kaya finds out that Parker had killed Bailey and Yang. She is angry at his decisions, but Parker wants her to focus on tech and leave the strategy to him. Stone mourns Bailey in his home, patting his cat in tears. She discovers that Kaya and Parker are heading to Senegal in West Africa, to get the locker. It took the Charter time to realize that the Heart had been lying dormant in their system all along, the result of what Kaya did. The locker is descending, and there is no way out. The airlock is breached, with no Charter agent within close range. However, Stone comes to their rescue, entering close range as quickly as possible. Parker sights her from inside the locker. He is pushed to pull the trigger, but Kaya warns him not to since the locker is filled with hydrogen. Stone finds her way in, and Parker engages her in a duel. While this happens, Kaya retrieves the Heart from the locker, making the Charter lose control of it. They all have 90 seconds to leave the airship, otherwise, they die. Parker and Kaya leave Stone to her fate. Luckily for Stone, she grabs the rope that holds Kaya, just before the airship explodes. She cuts the rope off, rescuing Kaya to the Lompal Desert in Senegal. The Heart is still in safe hands because Kaya encrypted her biometrics on it. This means Parker can do nothing with it, even though he has it. Kaya threatens Stone to utilize her agent skills to get them out of the desert. Stone sends a kick to the naive girl and snatches the gun off her hands. A friend of Stone saves them from the scorching desert, by picking them up with her truck. When they reach a small village, Parker's men attack them again. Stone takes to her heels, leaving Kaya behind with the woman. Parker's men chase Stone to a cliff, where she dives in with no hesitation. As she struggles to swim to land, Six of Hearts comes to her rescue. Stone learns from Nomad that Parker is heading to Iceland, and everyone is compromised, including the other members of the Charter. Nomad tells her that a team, assembled by the clubs, awaits her arrival in Iceland. Moments later, Jack discovers that Parker and his team are heading to Reykjavik University's computer lab, with a cryo-storage facility and several floors of servers. It is too late for the Charter as Parker installs the Heart in the lab. While Kaya attempts to avenge Karshay for killing her parents, Parker goes ahead to eliminate all the kings of the Charter. This makes Kaya worried that Parker has chosen to deviate from their initial plan of exposing the Charter, not kill them. In London, Nomad and her team get locked in their hideout. In addition, they get cut short of ventilation. Meanwhile, the King of Clubs and his team make it to the university building, ready to retrieve the Hearts. Kaya observes that danger lies ahead for her, so she uploads a failsafe which will disable the Heart. She reveals to Stone that the lab is a decoy and the members of the Charter need to evacuate the university building. Before Stone could warn the clubs, it is too late and a massive explosion sweeps them off. Nomad's call revives an unconscious Stone, who reports to her about the death of the clubs. Stone asks Nomad to trust her, she is certain Kaya will deliver. Nomad tells Stone to complete her mission in 50 minutes, with no objection. Meanwhile, Kaya is in trouble. Her failsafe upload disabled the heart, making Parker locate her. Stone finally makes it to the location, only to find Kaya in trouble. She asks Kaya to lead Parker to the room where the heart is enclosed, which she manages to do. But Parker is smarter to see Stone from a distance, so he sets Kaya as bait. The Nine of Hearts drops her gun and kicks it aside, acting based on Parker's orders. The hydrogen pipe saves the day for them, as Kaya yanks it off to release herself from Parker's grip. This leads Parker and Stone to engage in an intense duel, that leaves only Stone alive. Her alarm clock goes off, exactly 50 minutes Nomad had given her to complete her mission. She phones Nomad to confirm if the team is all okay. Finally, the war to keep the heart safe from ruthless hands is over. 4 weeks later, Stone delivers a gift to Bailey's niece, just as he would have wanted. She recruits Kaya into her team, and with Jack, they give the BAM. The end. If you love this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye till we meet again.